Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick a card for you guys today. And today we are basically asking what is going to happen for you in the month of May. So yeah, this is basically your May 2021 prediction to just kind of see what's going on. Before I launch into today's reading, I just want to thank you guys for being so incredibly patient with me and just like kind of hanging in there and grinning and bearing it with me in terms of getting up readings and being around for lives and all that other kind of stuff. Last week I did return to Los Angeles and I am here for the next month. But the next month is definitely going to be crazy, upside down, chaotic, and hectic because now I'm officially full-blown into the moving process of moving clear across the country. And I have not done this in 15 years, a cross-country move, and I forgot how overwhelming it is. I officially do have a mover picked out and settled on, and I also officially have a moving date, which is good. But there's still a lot more details and things I gotta take care of. I gotta pack, I gotta get my taxes done. I have so many people I have to say goodbye to and so many places to go, like one last time before I leave LA. I have 2 visits to Disneyland coming up. So there's just a lot of things going on right now. And I know if you follow me on Instagram, I've had some posts there kind of like detailing what could be coming up in terms of lives, and I've kind of been horrible at keeping up with that schedule. I'm really going to try and get back on it with that, but I can't make any promises just because things have been way more insane than I thought they were going to. But I really want to thank you guys for hanging in there with me during this unknown transitionary period of time in my life. And I also want to say hello and welcome and thank you to those of you who are new subscribers, because I have noticed that there have been some new subs coming in. So I just want to say welcome to the Shadow and Shine family and thank you for being here. I definitely appreciate it. And you've kind of come in, like I said, at a weird transitionary period of time in my life as I'm in the process of this cross-country move. But I really want to thank you guys for that. The best way to get updates on anything going on with the schedule here or anything with that stuff is honestly my Instagram. So the link to my Instagram should be down below in the description of this video so you guys can keep up and keep track as to what's going on there. My goal is to go live on Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but like I said, that's kind of iffy. But I will keep you guys posted on that. Also, private readings are currently closed temporarily for the time being because of all this. There's just no way I can keep up with private readings right now. Private readings, I did say, are supposed to resume on June 7th, but that could change. That could be pushed back a little bit. As of right now, I did find out that my stuff won't arrive in Chicago until June 9th. So that's actually 2 days after the 7th. So that's why I'm saying things may get kind of pushed around and a little weird again. But as always, I'm going to do my best to keep you guys updated as to what is happening so you do know. I'm just going to leave it as June 7th for the time being, and if it needs to be changed and pushed back again, I'll let you know, but I really hope to get back onto some kind of normal schedule sometime soon. But yes, private readings are closed, at least temporarily for the time being. I do know for sure, even if it's not June 7th, they will resume at some point in June, period. So there you go. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of recap that with you guys because I know things have been so hectic and so crazy, and I just feel bad and guilty for not keeping up here, being as normal and regular as I usually am. But once I am moved and I'm settled, you know, things are unpacked and ready to go, I'm going to be here like hardcore, like, you know, as many days as possible, you know, if not going live, uploading pick-a-cards, being available for private readings, all that good stuff. Also, when I get settled, I'm going to start creating and cranking out some of my own decks to use during readings, which of course will be available for you guys for sale as well. But all that is yet to come. You know, we'll see more of that stuff to happen as the months progress and follow through. But anyways, let's get into this May pick a card. Enough of my rambling on and on. I just wanted to give you guys a little update as to what's happening. This is probably one of the very few remaining readings left that will be happening in LA before I pack all this stuff up and go. And then we'll have a completely new setting. It'll be the same desk and the same stuff, just a different location. Anyways, so we have 4 piles here. Pile number 1, we have this cute little pink unicorn. We kind of have like a unicorn and Eiffel Tower theme going on for this reading. I don't know why, but I was like, they're fun, they're cute, why not? So we have the pink unicorn for pile 1. We have the smaller pink Eiffel Tower for pile number 2. We have the, well, this is actually like a unicorn Pegasus. We have a unicorn Pegasus, and it's kind of like this multicolored, rainbowy kind of color for pile number 3. It's actually a Christmas ornament, as you can see, but I like to leave it out all year round just because it's pretty. Which is funny, you guys. My Christmas stuff was literally up until last week because I was gone for so long. But it's finally down and put away. It had to be anyway because I'm going to be moving. So yeah, that one is pile number 3. And pile number 4 is the larger pink Eiffel Tower. It's a glittery. It's got a little bit of gold trim on there as well. So this one is pile number 4. So pick the pile that resonates with you the best, whether it's Paris or unicorns, and yeah, whatever resonates with you, or pile number or timestamp, or however you like to choose. Go ahead and choose the way you like to. Timestamps are of course down below, and we're going to get started here with pile number 1, this lovely little pink unicorn. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this adorable pink unicorn, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is happening for you in the month of May for 2021. All right, good stuff. All right, let's see what you guys got. So we're going to start off here with your good karma card. And basically, a good karma card is pretty much like, it's like a random act of kindness. It's kind of just like a piece of advice, like this is the way that you could probably give back to humanity, and, you know, it's just like something nice that you can do, like a good deed for your fellow human being. So that's just like a little tip, a little suggestion of something that maybe you could do during the month of May. And you guys have... read something inspirational to create positive energy. I love this. And there is so much positive content out there in the world, whether it's something that you find online or a book or anything. Like there's so much great information out there. It's not even funny. And yeah, so find something that inspires you. You know, like one of my personal favorite authors is Joyce Meyer. She is a Christian author, but her writing is just so inspiring to me because she puts like so much practicality and everyday common sense into like how we can handle life's struggles and life's problems and that kind of thing. Like her book Battlefield of the Mind is amazing because it literally deals with like how to handle your thoughts in the right way basically, and how to win that battle that happens in your mind. So, you know, that's something that just helps me personally, but doesn't have to be Joyce Meyer. It could be anyone. It could be anything that inspires you. So I think that's great. It's probably something that will help you and something that you may be able to pass onto others and inspire others with in that knowledge. So that's pretty awesome. Put that right there. And let's get started here with your Crystal Unicorn Tarot cards and see what you guys got. You have the Ace of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, Death, and the Seven of Swords.
Hold on tight, spider monkey.
And that would be my phone. Don't mind that. Sometimes it does that and it makes that noise. Okay, anyways, so looking at what you guys got. Okay, so you guys have the Seven of Swords here. And the Seven of Swords can be about deception. So I feel like going into the month of May initially, like at the start of the month of May, like this could be like how you're kind of feeling right now. You could feel either deceived by somebody, or you could have been deceiving yourself in a sense with certain thoughts and certain ideas and certain things going on in your life. But whatever this thing is, whatever this deception was, whether it was by yourself, because sometimes we can do that and we can deceive ourselves, or whether, shh, I'm busy. Oh my goodness, I gotta mute my phone. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, I don't know why this happens. I start doing a reading and it's like, blah, 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 I want to talk to you. I'm gonna text. Anyway, like, no. Anyway, yeah, so whether it's yourself that's deceiving you, or whether it's somebody else who deceived you, you know, in a friendship or a relationship or something, I feel like that deception, there's going to be transformation that comes out of that, because you guys also have the Death card. And the Death card is usually about some type of transformation. It's a good thing I put my phone on silent because I see it lighting up again. Anyways, yeah, so it's about transformation, and it's kind of like, you know, the ending of something, the death of something. But whenever I see the Death card, like, I never really see this card as a bad thing. I usually see it as a positive thing, because it means that something is ending, and whatever that thing is that's ending, it's probably something that wasn't serving you anyways. It's probably something that wasn't, you know, doing you much good in your life, and it's going to lead into better days and a better time and a new season, a new chapter, new beginnings. It's like a rebirth of sorts. So I feel like this is a good thing, that there, whatever this deception was, maybe it was happening in late April or something, but I feel like it's something that kind of carried over into May, and that is going to transform itself. And, you know, you're going to transition out of that, out of whatever pain was going on there. And I feel like there's going to be a new truth coming your way, because the Ace of Swords is about somebody speaking and presenting to you their truth, like a brand new truth. So I feel like somebody is doing that. So it could be one of two things. It could be either somebody from the outside could be coming to you to tell you their truth, to express their truth to you, or it could simply be you realizing a truth yourself. Like, especially if this was self-deception that was going on, it could be you realizing the truth behind how you were deceiving yourself. So that's if it was self-deception. If it was somebody else deceiving you, I feel like somebody from the outside is going to be delivering a truth to you. It could be the person who deceived you. They could say, hey, you know what? I lied. I'm sorry. This is the actual truth. Or it could be somebody else presenting the truth to you out of that situation. So either way, I feel like the truth is on its way in the month of May, and that just rhymed, from whatever it was that happened with that deception. And I feel like that truth is going to be good for you. It's going to be healthy, because you also have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is about building. It's about collaborating together and building something new. You know, you have these three unicorns here, and, you know, one has a little hammer, these two have a little blueprint, and, you know, they're working on this little church steeple kind of thing together. They're working together to build it and create it. So I feel like whatever's being transformed in the month of May, and whatever this new truth is that's coming in, it's going to be helpful to build and create and collaborate you know, either with the person who is delivering this truth to you, or, you know, with yourself. But there's going to be this collaborative effort of sorts between you and probably another person. And of course, you know, God too, because God is always involved in these things as well as a co-collaborator, to start building and creating something new in the month of May. So there's definitely going to be this transformative kind of time going on. Let's see what you guys have here for your ice cream oracle cards. You guys have kiwi strawberry, youthfulness, optimism, and exuberance. Coconut, protection, purification, and boundaries. And cherry vanilla, love, passion, and relationships. So with these cards coming out, I feel like, number one, with the coconut, I feel like, Shadow, shh, quiet. If it's not my phone, it's my dog. It's one thing or another. Anyways, with the coconut, I feel like with this saying protection, purification, and boundaries, I feel like whatever it is that's, you know, happening here with the Seven of Swords and the deception and that kind of thing, and that being transformed with the Death card, I feel like it's that whole situation, however it is that that kind of came to be, however it is that that kind of fell apart, I guess you could say, in a sense. I feel like it was meant to teach you how to put up boundaries, whether it's just realizing and noticing your own personal boundaries or your boundaries that you need to put up with others, or whatever the case may be. I feel like it's taught you how to put up boundaries, and to protect yourself, to kind of guard your heart in a sense. And not in the way where you put up like these rock solid walls and then there's no vulnerability and nobody has access to you. Not in that kind of way, not in an extreme way, but just in a way where it's just like there's a filter there, is more or less what it is. So you're able to discern what can come into you that is good and positive and going to help you in your life, and you're able to, you know, shut down the things that may not be so good for you, kind of a thing. So it's more of a having a good filter, I feel like, is what you guys are learning of this whole thing. And we also have cherry vanilla, love, passion, relationships. So I do feel like this this whole situation happening here with the deception and the truth coming in and the collaborating and all that, I do feel like it's love connected. I didn't say it originally when I initially saw this, because it honestly could be anything. It could be dealing with yourself, it could be dealing with a work situation, it could be dealing with a friend or a family member. So even if that doesn't resonate for you with love specifically, but it makes sense in another area of your life, take it by all means. But I do feel like for some of you, this scenario playing out here with the tarot cards does fit into your love relationships. That it could have been the person you're involved with who deceived you, or it could have been yourself deceiving yourself about that person. But eventually that person will come in to give you the truth, which will transform things for you guys to come together and work together and collaborate and make this relationship work. That's why I feel like love, passion, and relationships is here, because I feel like a lot of what's being transformed and worked through here in the month of May is connected to love. Like I said, if it's not for you, take it where it resonates elsewhere in your life, because I'm sure there are other people who have other things going on in other areas of their life too, which may not necessarily be love. Then with kiwi strawberry, youthfulness, optimism, and exuberance, I feel like you guys are going to have exuberance through this entire situation in May. That you're not going to lose your energy, you're not going to lose your strength, and that, you know, even if it seems like a struggle at times, especially during the times where you do feel deceived, I feel like you're going to find positivity. I feel like you're going to find optimism through the death process, because you're going to see how it is transformative and how it is bringing in new beginnings, better things that weren't there before. And with youthfulness, I feel like you guys just kind of have like not to say that you're not an old soul. You could be an old soul, but you can also be an old soul that knows how to maintain, you know, your youth in a sense, where you know how to like keep it alive and keep it going, and you know, to not act like an old fuddy-duddy in a sense. You know, you can be an old soul and act like an old fuddy-duddy and be just like, oh, I've done this earth thing so many times, I'm so depressed now, or whatever. But I don't think you guys are like that. Like, I feel like you guys are able to find the joy of everything in each lifetime. So you guys have like this youthfulness that's able to kind of energize you and push you through things like this that's happening for you in the month of May. And who knows, maybe you've known this love connection since you were young. Maybe there's a youthful connection between the two of you in general. We also have some cards here from the Sacred Creator Oracle, and you guys have Nourish the Sacred Feminine, Overrate Your Intuition, and You Are Light. So first of all, with You Are Light, I feel like that's a very beautiful reminder, just in general for you guys, and whatever it is that you may be facing and going through for the month of May. This is just a really good reminder to just remember that you guys are light. You guys are here to sparkle, to radiate, to shine. You guys have something amazing and awesome to bring to this world. You know, we live in a pretty dark, tasteless, flavorless kind of world at times, and you guys bring the spice of life to it. You know, you don't mix in with the bland, you know, you bring it flavor. So yeah, always remember that, whether you're interacting with your love interest specifically, or other people in your life, your friends, your family, your coworkers, you know, even just, you know, people that you run into when you're out and about running errands, like, you know, you go to the grocery store and it's the person bagging your groceries, or, you know, it's your dentist, or whatever it is. You bring the light to the world, so never stop doing that. You know, you just being you is making such a big difference out there, so keep doing that. And overrate your intuition. I feel like you guys probably underrate it a lot of times, meaning you don't really trust it a lot. That a lot of the times you guys second guess yourselves, and you're like, I don't know, like maybe I'm more wrong than I am right, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that to yourself. You guys know more than you think you do. If you didn't, you wouldn't be this awesome sauce light that you are. So remember that you guys have this amazing intuition, and it does work, and you do sense it, and you do know it, and you can trust it. So don't second guess it. Instead, overrate it a little bit more than underrate it, because I feel like you guys are not giving yourselves enough credit in your intuition. And then with Nourish the Sacred Feminine, I feel like this is confirmation that probably a lot of you guys here who are watching this are probably divine feminines, because I know like basically all my viewers are women. If you're not though, you know, hey, that's cool too. We all have feminine and masculine sides to us, whether we are male or female. So even if you're a dude, it's still good to nourish that feminine part of you. There are a lot of men out there who don't. So either way, it's good to nourish that. And, you know, the feminine side of us is the side who is able to receive really well. It's a very creative, receptive type of energy. And, you know, the feminine, of course, is very intuitive. They don't call it women's intuition for nothing. So continue to do that. I feel like you guys are more into your divine feminine energy, where you can truly trust your intuition, where you are truly this light in the world. I feel like you guys truly are that, but I feel like you don't recognize that enough in yourself. So I'm here to tell you that you guys got it, that you guys can trust yourselves. You guys are beautiful. You guys have this light about you, that, you know, you need to give yourself more credit than you think you deserve. We also have some cards here from Amira's Love Oracle, just because I wanted to do a little check-in. I always like to do a little check-in here when it comes to the love stuff for you guys. every month, even though we do seem to have, I think, a little bit of a love scenario already playing out. But let's see what else you guys got in terms of that. We have Beauty Queen, Past Life, and Destiny. Okay, you guys. So just like what I was saying here with these three cards of nourishing the sacred feminine, overrate your intuition, and you are the light, I feel like all three of these cards are basically saying that you are a beauty queen. Like I said, you guys underestimate yourselves. You guys don't give yourselves enough credit. You know, maybe you have those days where you wake up and you're like, oh, I feel ugly today. Like, oh, I feel ugly. My jeans don't fit me right. Like, I have like fatty rolls and stuff like that. And I get there. I've been there, you guys, you know, especially once that time of the month, it's like, nope, I'm doing nothing. I'm putting on sweatpants and I am eating chocolate. So I get it. I so get it, you guys. But it doesn't matter if you have your hair and your nails done, or if you're sitting at home with your sweatpants on and a messy bun in your hair. You are a beauty queen. And I feel like there are a lot more people who see this in you than you do, whether it's your friends or your family, especially your person. I feel like they see that in you. I feel like that they would probably love to see that natural side of you even more than you do. Like, they don't care about all that. Like, ditch the hair extensions, ditch the fake eyelashes, ditch the fake nails. They don't care about any of that. They want you. They want the real natural you. So yeah, like, you are just like a beauty queen. So embrace that. Embrace who you truly are. And I feel like sometimes it can be hard for you to do that, probably because of past life stuff. You know, even if you haven't had a lot of trauma necessarily in this lifetime, that doesn't mean that you're not carrying over stuff from previous lifetimes, because we all do. And sometimes, like, there's so much that happens in our subconscious that we don't even realize it. Like, I myself have so much subconscious stuff, and I honestly have a hard time reprogramming it because it is subconscious. It's not something that I'm technically consciously aware of. And I feel like lots of that subconscious stuff comes out of past life stuff, because it's hard to really recognize that and know that. And at least for me personally, I think it's kind of harder to heal past life stuff than it is this lifetime stuff, because at least in this lifetime, we're consciously aware, you know? It's like, yeah, we can look back and we can be just like, oh yeah, this person, you know, 5 years ago hurt me or whatever. But I do feel like the past life stuff may be one of the reasons why you wind up deceiving yourself. Because it's like you're tapping in to that former energy from like way long ago, basically, that has nothing to do with what's going on now. And it's not who you are, and it's not what you want to repeat and relive again. So I feel like that has been where some of the struggles has been in, but it is your destiny to overcome that. It is your destiny to transform that. It is your destiny to see the truth, to hear the truth, to know the truth, and to build and collaborate with your person, because, you know, most likely your person is a huge part of that destiny. And, you know, build this better life together, build this better future together. So, yeah. Finally, you guys, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, fear not, little flock, as my voice wants to go all of a sudden. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Luke 12:32. That is beautiful. Yes, that's so true. And I feel like, you know, for you guys and for a lot of us in the world, you know, we live in our fears, and our fears are usually that thing that comes along and winds up deceiving us, because the acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. And if it's false evidence appearing real, that's deception. So don't let fears deceive you, you guys. Trust God, Jesus, the universe, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, he loves you. And he supports you, and he wants to be there for you, and he wants to protect you. You know, he's the good shepherd. Here he is watching over his sheep, and he is the good shepherd. He wants to protect you. He wants to make sure you get water, that you get food, that you're protected from the wolves of life. You know, he's there for you. So don't fear, because he is there for you, and he's going to protect you and lead you and guide you through all of life's chaos and insanity. So yeah, that's a beautiful way to end it, you guys. Anyway, that's what I see happening for you guys in the month of May. I hope that makes sense for you. And once again, you know, thank you for hanging in there with me and my crazy schedule lately. I don't even need to see cards for myself for May, because I already know what it involves. Moving, insanity, craziness, everything upside down. So yeah. Anyways, if the message didn't flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just a simple, small emoji. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And of course, when I do go live, because whenever I go live, you will get that notification going ding, ding, ding. You know, letting you know that I'm live, and hopefully I figure that out soon enough with stuff going on. But thank you guys for coming on out, hanging out here with me for a little bit today. I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate you. You guys are amazing. So, yeah. You guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I'm sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this little pink Eiffel Tower that just so happens to be from Paris in Las Vegas, you guys, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is happening for you this May of 2021. Okay, we're going to start things off here, you guys, with a good karma card. And basically what a good karma card is, it's, you know, like a random act of kindness. It's just something that would be a good deed, something kind that you can do towards your fellow human being during the month of May. Okay, so let's see what you guys got. Everyone is important. Learn the names of people you see every day, e.g., the people in your office, your neighborhood, your neighbors, and your postman. So basically, I feel like this card is saying to kind of come out of your shell a little bit and to get to know the people that surround you in your everyday life. So, you know, it's like if you go to Starbucks, for example, on a regular basis, get to know your barista. Get to know the person who's putting the name on your cup every single day. You know, when you go to the grocery store and you see the same people there, you know, every week or whatever, bagging your groceries, checking you out, get to know those people, you know, acknowledge them, say thank you to them, stuff like that. You know, if you don't really know your neighbors, get to know your neighbors, kind of a thing. So yeah, just get to know people. Put some names to some faces. You know, get yourself out there and just kind of, you know, connect. May the month of May be a month where maybe you're a little bit more of a social butterfly. And if you're more of an introvert and that's not necessarily your thing, you know, just give it a try. There's no harm in it. That doesn't mean that you have to become all these people's best friends or whatever. But, you know, at least it'll help, you know, build your relationships and build your connections that surround you in your local area. And that's always a good thing. You know, for me personally, I find that to be pretty easy because I'm naturally just kind of that person where I don't know, I just kind of like naturally make friends wherever I go. But I understand not everybody's like that. But, you know, just give it a try. See what happens. Anyway, let's see what's happening with your Crystal Unicorn Tarot cards and see what's happening in the month of May, you guys. All right. Ooh, we've got the Devil. Ooh, oh my goodness, what a way to kick it off. So we got the Devil kicking off the month of May. We have the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, well, I see why the devil is here now. So the devil is usually about some kind of karma happening in our lives. It can be temptation, toxic stuff, addictions, bad behaviors. It's just not so great kind of stuff. You know, when you think of the devil, it's not like you're thinking of pleasant things, that's for sure. And I can see already what the not so pleasant things would be happening for you guys. So I feel like the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Swords are kind of connected together in this with the devil. So the Eight of Swords is kind of about being in your own little mental prison, basically. So, you know, this unicorn is blindfolded. It has its hooves tied. It's surrounded by these swords. And truthfully, that unicorn could just walk right out of there and go on and enjoy its day. But it's not doing that. It's choosing to stay stuck. It's choosing to keep itself in its prison. And I feel like in the month of May, you guys may be struggling with this. That there may be certain things going on in your life, and it's not that you're actually in a prison. It's not that you're actually in a situation that's so bad that you can't get out of it. But I feel like you guys may be feeling like it's that bad that you can't get out of it. And I feel like one of the reasons you're going to be feeling this way is because of the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups can be about illusions. The Seven of Cups can also be about a lot of choices too, because this unicorn here is looking at all these different cups. And if you notice, every single cup has different things in it. So there's all these different options, all these different choices. So I feel like in the month of May, you guys may be struggling to make some decisions, to make some choices about things. There may be some illusions surrounding you that may be kind of obstacles preventing you from making decisions, which will wind up keeping you kind of locked up in a little bit of a mental prison there of where you're at, just kind of feeling stuck. So, you know, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever it is that's going on, I feel like there's kind of like a stuck feeling that you guys may be feeling in the month of May. Kind of out of indecision, kind of out of a lot of options being put in front of you, but you're going to kind of feel just kind of stuck. And I feel like a lot of that is, you know, kind of a karma kind of thing that's coming out. That is, you know, going to be just kind of some icky, sticky stuff that you're dealing with. Now, funny enough, we have the King of Pentacles here. So the King of Pentacles, he's a pretty solid and stable guy. You know, he is grounded. He's earthy, obviously. He's got his shit together. You know, he's just a good overall guy. He's kind of like a good dad. He's a good provider. He's a good protector. He's a good husband, a good all those kinds of things. So there could be a King of Pentacles in your life, and he may have something to do with some of this stuff that's going on here. Now, the King of Pentacles is definitely no page, so I don't feel like, you know, he's a bad guy or he's a bad person or anything like that. But I feel like there may be some things happening in your life surrounding this King of Pentacles in your life, you know, especially like if you're in a love situation, like a divine counterpart or something like that. He could be your King of Pentacles, and you could be struggling making some decisions involving him that's, you know, keeping you kind of locked up and imprisoned. And especially if this is a divine counterpart, it could be you guys kind of working out some karma that has happened between the two of you. So I do feel like there's some stuckness and some work and that kind of stuff that's ultimately going to be happening dealing with your divine counterpart through the month of May. So whatever this work is that needs to be done, this stuckness, this karma that needs to be worked through, I do feel like it is dealing with your person. It's dealing with a love situation specifically. Now, if that doesn't fit you and you're like, no, my love life is all good, like everything's fine, everything's happy there, then that's awesome. The King of Pentacles could be a different figure in your life. It could be a father figure. It could be a boss, for example, because, you know, Pentacles is about money. So it could be like an authority figure above you. But either way, there's definitely stuff being worked out here dealing with a King of Pentacles kind of figure in your life, whether it is romantically or in some other type of connection. Let's see what else we got for you guys. We have some ice cream oracle cards for you. And you guys have spumoni, variety, opportunity, and choices. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, you guys, because I was literally just talking about the Seven of Cups here. So I feel like this kind of confirms what I was talking about with lots of options, lots of choices. I feel like you're going to have a lot of those coming up in the month of May. A lot of choices, a lot of variety, a lot of different opportunities, which may be confusing for you. As much as opportunities can sometimes be a good thing, at the same time, it can be confusing if it's a little bit on overload. It can feel a little overwhelming. So yeah, there just could be a lot of choices, a lot of opportunities coming up for you in the month of May to be on the lookout for. We also have orange, enthusiasm, confidence, and courage. And we have banana, walnut, cracking codes, learning, and observing. So with orange, I feel like you guys do have the enthusiasm, you have the courage, you have the strength, you have the endurance to get through this difficult period in the month of May. I feel like it's going to help you build your confidence and your strength. You may not necessarily feel confident in the midst of this because I feel like a confident person wouldn't stay stuck, obviously. But I feel like once you do walk out of this, once you do come out of this, it's going to make you a more confident person when it comes to making decisions, because I feel like decisions is such a loaded part of this for the month of May. With banana, walnut, cracking codes, learning, and observing, I feel like this is definitely a time of learning for you guys. And sometimes learning isn't always easy, and it can be hard, and it can be difficult. It can be challenging, but I feel like you guys are cracking codes. It's like you're cracking those secret codes of the universe going through this. That the month of May may not necessarily be a big time of action for you guys, but it may be a big time of kind of just like sitting back and learning and observing. Because especially if you're kind of in this mental prison here, you're not necessarily moving, you're not necessarily doing anything in the physical. There's a lot of mental activity going on, and you're going to be busy trying to make these decisions here. So I feel like you're just going to be learning a lot through this. But whatever it is that you're learning, it is going to make you more courageous. It's going to make you more confident. So I feel like the overall message here that I'm getting right now for you guys is not to lose heart in the month of May. I feel like there may be some frustration because you're not going to know what choice to make. You're going to feel kind of stuck and kind of locked into yourself, you know, really up in your head about things a lot. But I feel like it's really important for you guys to not beat yourselves up and not to get down about that. And, you know, maybe by the end of May, maybe by the time we reach June, you guys are going to feel much more confident, and you'll be able to walk out of this little mental prison here and make a decision so you can move forward in what's going to be happening here with your King of Pentacles. Okay, we also have some oracle cards from the Sacred Creator Oracle, and you guys have What Do You Really Want, which is funny because I feel like once again, choices is such a big thing for you guys in the month of May. And I feel like all these options here that are being presented in front of you are there to ask you, what do you really want? Because, you know, sometimes you have to have a whole bunch of things put in front of you in order to decide. You know, it may feel overwhelming. It's like pretend we got ice cream here. Pretend you're at an ice cream shop, you know, and there's tons of flavors. You know, there's 31 of the flavors or whatever. And you're having a hard time deciding because they all sound so good and they all sound so appealing, and you're not just like a one flavor kind of person or whatever. Maybe you have to sample a couple of them before you wind up making a decision, before you make a purchase. But I feel like having all these options put in front of you is a good thing because it's really helping you learn what it is that you really do want. And it's really going to help you filter out the stuff that you don't. Let's see. We also have bliss is worth creating, not from, not for, but from. It's funny. I just noticed that with this card. It's like it's scratched out from, scratched out for, but then from, which is funny. You know what? I'm going to get into this card in just a minute. I want to see what the next one says. Collaboration of souls. Okay. So going back to the bliss, we have, I think it's really funny. I've never really paid attention to this card before, I guess, like this. Maybe I haven't drawn it before. I think it's really funny the way it's written. It says bliss is worth creating, crossed out from, crossed out for, and then back to from. So I almost feel like when this card was written, it was written in a way where it's just like the person was trying to figure out, where does bliss come from? Does it, you know, is it creating from something or is it creating for something? And I think that one of the ways that is going to help you through this decision-making process and time evolution and feeling stuck in the month of May is to get creative. Whenever we get into a creative space, it does help us. But I feel like this is a reminder to create from within. Create from within yourself. Don't do it because you're trying to do it for something. Don't do it with the intention to create it for an outcome or for a decision to be made or for like another person or something like that. You have to do it from within. And I feel like if you do it from within, all those other things will come together if you're creating, you know, whether it's the answer you're looking for or, you know, it'll impact somebody else besides yourself or whatever the case may be. So make sure that you're creating from within, not from without, I guess you could say. And with collaboration of souls, you know, if you guys are struggling with making decisions and feeling stuck in the month of May, I feel like collaboration of souls is basically saying, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, reach out to your support system, basically. Reach out to those who love and care about you because I feel like they want to collaborate with you and help you through this process. You know, that you're not alone in this, that this isn't something that you have to stay alone in and trying to figure out and trying to understand, that there are people around you who support you, who love you, who want to brainstorm with you and help you understand and figure this out. You know, God knows, like, I've had so many big decisions that I've made in my life that I would not have been able to do if I hadn't had other people around me to help me through that process. You know, they didn't make the decision for me, no, but they were there with their input and their suggestions and some of their guidance and wisdom and knowledge, and that all helped. That all helped me in terms of putting it together, in terms of understanding, you know, my best decisions, you know, like especially with the one that I'm facing right now in moving across country, in leaving LA. And I've lived in LA for the past 15 years. I never in a million years thought I would have ever moved back to Chicago. And now here I am moving back. But it was not a decision that was made overnight. It was not made... Dad? Hold on one second. I think someone's at the door. Guys, sorry about that. It was Amazon at the door. My dog was flipping out, and the Amazon person was like continuing to going down the hallway and knocking on doors, and it was just causing a big old brouhaha over here. So I had to pause to take care of that. Otherwise, my dog would be continuing to go nuts. And I swear, it's like I can't get anything done lately. So many distractions. Like literally, you guys, I'm sitting here talking to you, doing this reading, and I kid you not, just within whatever amount of minutes I've been doing this reading, I literally have 15 text messages. And that's not even including messenger messages from Facebook. I swear, I need a personal assistant to answer all my freaking messages. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, anyway. Getting back to this reading. I was gonna say with like making decisions and having a support system and everything, yeah, like I did not come to my decision to leave LA for the past 15 years and move to Chicago lightly or easily or overnight or anything like that. It took a lot of time, but I also didn't arrive to that decision totally on my own either. I did have a lot of support and encouragement and input from friends and family and that kind of thing. So it's been a process, and it's been a process that's really been unfolding for the past few years. But yeah, I feel like there are people around you who want to help you too in terms of getting unstuck and making decisions and getting beyond illusions and all those kinds of things. Okay, moving on to the next set of cards before we have another crazy interruption. I don't even know how these readings are going to look coming up over the next couple of weeks because I'll be having to pack all this stuff, so we'll see how it goes. It may look really interesting, and there goes text message number 16. Okay, and that's a lot of my Disneyland group chat that's going on right now. Anyway, so we have Amira's Love Oracle, just to kind of do a little love check-in for you guys. Although I do feel like some of what's already happening here could be in a love situation. It could be with something else. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but I do feel like it could be love-related. But let's see what else you guys got in terms of love. We have Mature Woman. So I feel like with Mature Woman coming out, this could be confirmation for you that maybe you, the viewer, you could be a little bit on the older side, or if you're not, and let's say you're 21 or something, that doesn't mean that you're immature. You could be kind of like an old soul, for example. So if you resonate with Mature Woman, whether it's in terms of age or just in terms of like maturity in general, go ahead and take that. Or, if Mature Woman doesn't resonate with you, it could be symbolic that there could be a mature woman of significance in your life who could be assisting you and helping you through the month of May. It could be like a mother figure. It could be, an aunt or something like that. Just like an older friend or something. So take that as it resonates. We also have young male. So on the flip side, maybe you're a young male who's watching this video, and maybe that's why this resonates with you. You could be a young male, or you could be someone who's dealing with a young male. Who knows? We could have a mature woman and a young male who are connected together in this connection. But either way, I feel like whether it's the mature woman or the young male, that those are basically just symbolic of characteristics, different types of people that could be involved in these situations. And we have travel. So, COVID is starting to loosen up a little bit. Vaccinations have been happening and that kind of thing. So I know restrictions and that kind of stuff has been loosening up in places too. So, maybe the month of May, it could be a good time to travel. It could be a good time to get away. Maybe getting away would be a good thing for you guys to kind of help make some of these decisions, to kind of help you see through some bullshit, to help you figure out what it is that you really do want. Sometimes a nice little vacation is exactly what we need to kind of reframe and reset our mind and figure out what it is that we want. So maybe you just kind of need to step out and get away from your everyday normal surroundings to figure it out. And even if you can't necessarily just like pick up and take off and take a vacation or something, maybe just change your surroundings in general. Even if it's just like a day trip, maybe just take a day and, get out of town for a day, head out early in the morning and don't come back until late at night, and, maybe drive like 2 hours away from home to like another town or something like that, or drive up into the mountains, or drive to the beach, or drive just somewhere unique and different, just for a day, maybe like a staycation kind of thing or something, just to kind of help refresh and reset. So I feel like that may help you guys in terms of making some of the decisions, because sometimes it can be hard if we're already feeling stuck in our mind and we're feeling stuck in our location and stuck in our situation. Maybe if we physically take ourselves out of where we're feeling stuck, it may help loosen up some of the other gunk going on in our heads to start figuring some things out and start piecing some things together. Finally, you guys, we have a card from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got forgive and you shall be forgiven. Luke 6:37. So if you guys are holding on to any bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness, anger, anything like that towards somebody during the month of May, it is a good time to let go of that. And when we forgive somebody, it doesn't take them off the hook in terms of what they did. It doesn't excuse bad behaviors. It doesn't, mean that they just get away with it all willy-nilly. What it does mean, though, is it frees us from holding on to that. It frees us from being in a prison about it. Who knows? That could be a part of why you've been in a prison lately. But yeah, it frees us up from that. So we don't have to be bitter, resentful, and angry on the inside. And we can move on and have freedom and have a good life and go on. And, just because you forgive someone, it doesn't mean that you have to bring them back in. It doesn't mean you have to reconcile. You can if you want to, but whether you reconcile or not, it's always good to forgive. So that's what I see going on for you guys for the month of May. Hopefully that message made sense. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just with a simple, small emoji. It definitely goes a long way. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also so you guys know when I'm going live, because whenever I go live, you will be notified of that. And then you can join me in on one of those crazy lives. Otherwise, yeah, I am just so incredibly thankful and grateful for you guys coming on out here, hanging out with me for a little bit today. And I'm, extremely thankful and grateful just for your patience and understanding as I've been in this crazy time of transition, as I mentioned way earlier in the beginning of the video. So I really appreciate that, you guys. And I thank you for the subs and, keep subbing and all that other kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose this rainbowy unicorn Pegasus, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what is in store for you for May 2021. All right. Exciting stuff, you guys. All right, so we're going to start off here with your good karma card. And basically what a good karma card is it's basically like a good deed. It's a random act of kindness. Something that you would do for your fellow man, your fellow human being, that kind of thing. So it's just like a little suggestion of something nice you could do for somebody else in the month of May. So let's see what you guys got. Meditate. Meditate. Very simple. Which is actually, if anything, a random act of kindness you kind of do for yourself. But I guess in meditating and taking care of yourself, ultimately, that does help take care of other people too. It's like the whole thing of you can't help someone else unless you help yourself first kind of thing. Not in a selfish, self-centered way, obviously, but in a healthy self-care kind of way. So you may want to find some time to meditate during the month of May, just to kind of help ground yourself and, get yourself aligned and give yourself some self-care and that kind of thing. So you may want to do that in the month of May. And from the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, let's see what you guys got. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Five of Cups. So we're going to start off here with your Five of Cups, because the Five of Cups is kind of the most unhappy card out of this group, because you guys got some pretty good stuff coming through here for the month of May. So the Five of Cups is about missed opportunities. So you guys may be heading into the month of May feeling a little depleted, a little down, a little depressed, that kind of thing, simply because you may feel like there's something that you've missed out on. You may feel that there's been some kind of missed opportunity, that something has passed you by, that something is over in your life, basically, because this unicorn is looking down here at these three cups and they've all spilt over, and the unicorn is just disappointed. It's not happy in that. But the problem is the unicorn hasn't turned and looked over here, because there are still two more cups standing there and they're perfectly full and right there for that unicorn. But the unicorn isn't paying attention to it. So instead it's paying attention to the disappointments in life. So I feel like that may be kind of where you guys have started out the month of May, is you may be focusing a little bit too much on your hurts and your pains and your disappointments and that kind of thing, which could be a reason why you need to meditate to, start to notice that Two of Cups, to start to notice that there are still good things in your life, that there are still opportunities. And I think it's funny that we have Two Cups here kind of being like the Two of Cups in a sense. And then you guys have the Lovers. And the Lovers is about companionship. It's about the coming together of two souls. It's partnership, that kind of thing. Especially when I look at this card, we have the two unicorns there, and then we have this bigger unicorn here up in the sky. And I always see this card as kind of like Father, Son, Holy Ghost, like the Holy Trinity in a sense. And it's, basically like in a love situation, it would be you, your divine counterpart, and God. Basically, it is the best third-party situation to be in. It's the third-party situation that you want to be in. You don't want it to be just you and your person. You want it to be you, your person, and God, because, of course it's good to have God in like a divinely guided, a divinely connected type of relationship. So I feel like, in a sense, you guys may have felt disappointments and sadness when it comes to love. But in the month of May, you're going to find out that there is a partnership there that is still there for you. Whether this is a partnership you have already been dealing with and you have felt disappointments in the past dealing with this person, I feel like you guys are going to find out that there are still opportunities there for the two of you, that your story isn't over yet. And if it's not with like the same person, I feel like it might be with somebody new. It could be with somebody new for the two of you, for two of you coming together. And you guys also have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is basically like you reap what you sow kind of a thing. So whatever it is that you put out there is what you're going to wind up getting back. We all are working hard at something. We're all projecting something out there. We're all talking about something. We're all thinking about something. We're all doing something, right? So really pay attention to what it is that you're putting out there. Don't put out there more of these, spilt cup kind of thoughts like, oh, nothing goes right for me, everything spills over, I have so many disappointments, nothing ever goes right, nothing ever works out. Stop doing that, because if you keep doing that, you're going to reap more of that. You're going to reap more of that disappointment and grieving and sadness. But instead, if you start looking at that Two of Cups and say, okay, yeah, this happened. but I still have this. I still have more opportunities in front of me. There are still good things coming my way. I still have a divine connection with somebody, whether I'm currently connected to that person or not. In the physical, I still have that divine connection with somebody, and that person is going to come either back into my life or into my life for the first time, period. That's still there for me. So you guys are going to reap what you sow. So really make sure that you're putting out there, positive thoughts, positive ways of thinking and being and acting. And I feel like a lot of that can be transformed through meditation here if it's kind of been crappy thinking. So, you're going to reap what you sow. So put out there good things, and not just towards other people, but towards yourself. Like I want to say so much. I'm like, my tongue is getting tied. But show some kindness and love to yourself so you can reap what you sow. I feel like that's what I was trying to say. And then you guys also have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is ultimate fulfillment. It's especially ultimate fulfillment in terms of material possessions. But I feel like at the end of the day, you guys can reap your Ten of Pentacles. You can reap your ultimate fulfillment, your happily ever after, your happy endings, your financial security, financial abundance. And not just abundance when it comes to finances, but also when it comes to your person, your divine counterpart, and, your finances and your person may all be connected, because I feel like, if one area of your life starts to rises and starts to shine and starts to become abundant, then other areas of your life is going to do the same thing. You're not going to continue to have like all these spilt cups if other things are starting to rise. You're going to start to see more and more cups are going to be filled and are going to be good and that kind of thing. It may not happen overnight. It may take some time. It's usually a time period of transformation and transition when that happens, but I do feel like that can happen for you guys. So I feel like you guys are going to be, basically doing some work here to get to your ultimate fulfillment, to have your happily ever after with your person. You just got to get past a few little, disappointments and maybe fears and that kind of thing that you guys have already kind of been carrying on from prior to May. But I feel like if you guys continue working hard, reaping that harvest, you guys are going to be all good. And like I said, meditate. I feel like that's going to help you guys too in terms of resetting a lot of your mindset in order to get there. We also have some cards from the Ice Cream Oracle for you guys. And you guys have Reason, Market, Sell. And that was Butter Pecan. And you have Chocolate, Vanilla Swirl, Complementary, Opposites, Fairness, and Equality. And Lemon, Clean, Detoxify, and Release. So kind of touching back upon meditate here, you guys. I feel like the more you kind of meditate and go within and pray and just, spend some quality time between you and God, you guys are going to be able to clean and detoxify and release any of this stuff, any of those cups that have been spilt over. You're going to be able to release that. You're going to be able to release those negative mindsets, mental strongholds that have been unhealthy for you, disappointments, anxieties, worries, fears. I feel like you guys are going to be able to do that. So there could be a little bit of spring cleaning happening for you guys in the month of May, at least in the spiritual sense. If you want to do it in the physical sense too, knock your socks off. Go for it. Maybe cleaning your space will help kind of reset your mind as well. But I do feel like there's going to be some spring cleaning going on. With Butter Pecan, Reason, Market, Sell, I feel like this card is basically telling you guys to be careful in your reasoning. Because, when I think of reasoning, I think of kind of bargaining in a sense, which would kind of be like trying to market something or sell something. I feel like it's a lot of mental busy work, basically, and I feel like that's the thing that you guys need to be avoiding doing during the month of May, because if you guys are getting too much up into your head with reasoning things out and trying to figure things out and everything, you're going to wind up finding yourself focused more so on those disappointments than letting yourself flow into getting to your 10 of Pentacles here and working things out with your divine counterpart. So be careful to not reason too much. And with Chocolate Vanilla Swirl, complementary opposites, fairness, and equality, I feel like this may kind of describe you and your counterpart. There may be certain ways in your lives that you guys are total opposites. There's the reason why that phrase, opposites attract, for a reason. You guys could be opposites. You could have a big age difference. You could have big cultural differences between the two of you. You could have physical distance between the two of you. Maybe you live in different countries or something. But I feel like there's definitely differences between the two of you. And even if it's not anything as major as like age or location or anything like that, it could just be in terms of, your personality or something. You could be all about like, I don't know, like you could be all about like girly things and shopping and getting your nails done and pink sparkly things or whatever, and maybe he's somebody who is like the exact opposite of that, and maybe he likes different music than you and different movies than you, or just tastes and styles and preferences like that. So you guys could be complete opposites, but I feel like in your differences, you guys find common ground, you guys find fairness, you guys find equality. I feel like all the differences are just kind of like surfacey stuff, and then the stuff where it really matters in terms of like your values and your morals, I feel like those things are the same for you guys, though. That you guys really connect and collaborate in the areas where it really matters, where you need a relationship in order to thrive and succeed in. I feel like you guys have it where it really matters. So yeah, I feel like you guys kind of complement each other. Like people may look at you guys like, what are those two doing together or whatever? But at the same time, it weirdly makes sense. At the same time, it's like, I couldn't imagine that with that person with anyone else. Like, I almost kind of think like, if you were to look at it like a Disney movie, it's like Lady and the Tramp, like she's licensed and she's like the pretty little Cocker Spaniel, and then the tramp is like the street dog, and he's the stray, and he's a little dirty and grungy and stuff. But you bring the two of them together, it makes sense. Or like Jasmine and Aladdin, it's like the same kind of thing. She's a princess, she's royalty, he was a street rat kind of thing. So you guys could kind of have that situation going on. But once again, those merge, and when they come together, they make sense. They complement each other. So I definitely feel like a lot of this is love related for the month of May. It doesn't necessarily have to be. So if this is not resonating for you in terms of love, take it and apply it where it may resonate in your life, whether it's with a friend or a work situation or something else happening. So please apply it where it needs to go. But I feel like a lot of the times the love stuff does come through because a lot of people are here to know about love. So that's just kind of how it comes out, how it comes across. Okay, you guys also have a few cards here from the Sacred Creators Oracle card. And we have Creator Fire. Prosperity Sisters are happiness and joy. And accept and receive. Okay, so with Creator Fire, I feel like this card is basically asking you guys to do what sets your soul on fire. Create from a place that inspires from within, because whenever we're creating from a place that is kind of dull or forced or anything like that, it's not doing anybody any good. It's not doing you good. It's not doing other people any good. It's just not doing anyone, anything, any good. So make sure that you're creating from a space and a place that is lighting your own set on fire, lighting yourself on fire. I feel like if you're doing that, that's going to help you in terms of reaping what it is that you want, reaping what you sow out of your life. We also have prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. So it's funny because a lot of people seem to think happiness and joy are the same thing, and they're really not the same thing. They are similar in the sense where they would kind of be like sisters, they're related. But the way I see it is happiness is more of a surface level feeling. It's more fleeting. For example, it's like, for me, like going shopping makes me happy. Sleeping in makes me happy. Let's see, what else makes me happy? Going to Disneyland makes me happy. There are things that just make me happy. It's like fleeting in that moment when I'm experiencing those things. But joy goes much deeper than that. Joy is kind of like your whole life could be falling apart around you, and you can still have joy. Which I know sounds crazy, but you can still have joy, because joy is like this inner peace. It's like this inner happiness inside of you that's deeper than just surface happiness. It's not based on circumstances. It's not based on situations. It's something that is just deep within you that you can have access to at any given point in time in your life, whether you're experiencing happiness on the outside that is more surfacey, or whether you're not. Joy can be very calm and it can be very peaceful. It can also be absolutely hysterical and like outrageous and big and bold. It can look in all kinds of different ways. But basically, happiness is kind of more from like an ego, emotional, our own inner will kind of place, and joy is like a deeper place spiritually, pretty much. So our goal should always be to go for joy, honestly, but happiness is of course nice to experience too. So I feel like this card is basically saying that you guys are going to have a healthy dosage of both throughout the month of May, that you are going to experience times of happiness where it's that more surface level, self-fulfilling kind of feeling, but you guys will also experience joy in basically everything that you do, even when things seem maybe a little bit difficult. You guys also have accept and receive. So especially if you guys are divine feminines, which I know most of you are, one of the best things that a feminine can do is, of course, be accepting and to be receptive. And sometimes that can be hard, because when we want to control things, when we want to control our lives and situations and circumstances, it makes it hard to just accept things. It makes it hard to just receive things as they are. But it's better to do that, because there are more things in life that we can't control than what we can control. So, the only thing that we really can control is ourselves, our own reactions, our own actions, our own mind, our own thoughts, our own words. That's kind of the only thing that we do have control over in life. So for everything else, it's best to just accept and receive things as they come. It'll take a lot of the struggle out of the everyday for you. You'll find more peace and ultimately more joy doing that. Okay, we also have some cards from Amira's Love Oracle for you guys. I know we've kind of already had a lot of love stuff going on already here, but, I always like to throw in a few extra love cards just in case we need just strictly kind of love messages. So let's see what you guys got. We have work, we have gifts, and we have children, which is interesting because none of those are necessarily straight up love cards. So with work, I feel like you guys will be hard at work during the month of May. Work in general, just like your job, your career, could be at the forefront of what you're doing through the month of May. But even if it's not specific to your job, I feel like you guys are going to be hard at work because we do have that Seven of Pentacles that came out earlier. And the Seven of Pentacles, once again, is about reaping what you sow. So I feel like you guys are going to be hard at work at basically building the life that you want to have, building the life that you want to live in the month of May, which, like I said, can bring along your Ten of Pentacles, which is ultimate fulfillment, and, happily ever after here with your person, with the Lovers. So, you could be just like hard at work with everything, whether it's at your job, in your career, with money, in your relationships. I just feel like hard work is going to be a big thing for you guys. But it'll be good work. It's not going to be like, not like hard, like, oh, this is so painful, but just like, consistent and persistent type of work. Continual work. It's not going to be like a time where you're really going to be stepping back and, having a big breather, having a big break kind of thing throughout the month of May. With gifts, you could be exploring some of your spiritual gifts through the month of May as well, which you could be discovering a lot as you're meditating. So I feel like this is more so inclined towards your spiritual gifts, not that you'll be giving a whole bunch of physical gifts. It's not Christmas time. The other thing I'm seeing too with gifts is it could be a time for you to accept and receive gifts that are being given to you. That could be on a spiritual level, or that could just be from other people. Other people in general may want to gift you with something, like for example, if you have children, someone may want to gift you with, hey, I see you've been working really hard lately. Would you like to have a little bit of help with your kids? Can I possibly watch them for you for a day or a night? Do you need a babysitter or something? It could be something like that. But I do feel like, people are going to want to step up and they're going to want to give to you and help you. So be accepting to that. Be accepting to gifts that may be coming in from other people. And, the child care thing is just one example. That could even just be for one person. But I do feel like that is a possibility. And as for children in general, I feel like, once again, if you do have children, this may be a month where, you're focused on spending time with them and growing in your relationships, dealing with them as well. Because, once again, with that Ten of Pentacles and that happily ever after, that ultimate fulfillment, that could be in terms of a whole bunch of things. That could be in terms of your person here, in terms of love. It could be in terms of family life here, if you have children, in your finances, in your job, at work. It could be like a time of growth in terms of all of those things. But yeah, if you don't have children, if children are not a major part of your life, it could be a time where you could be growing your own inner child and healing some of your own inner child through meditation. Just getting in touch with that more youthful side of yourself, being kind of like a kid at heart kind of a thing. It could also be an indication of something that could be coming for you guys in the future. Maybe you're going to have children. Maybe you're going to be an aunt or an uncle or, something like that, or a role model of some sorts to children. But I do feel like children are definitely at play here as well for you guys in the month of May, or coming in some kind of way for you. Finally, from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away, you guys got, my Father gives you the true bread from heaven, John 6:32. So, if ever you guys are feeling starved spiritually, emotionally, mentally, basically, pray. Meditate. That card came out first thing before everything else did here. So I feel like meditating is huge for you guys in the month of May. So, meditate, Pray. It'll put you in a position where you can be more accepting and receiving, especially of that bread of life that comes from God. And that's going to nourish you and help you. It's going to help you find your joy. It's going to help you find a creative space to, be creative from a fiery place of inspiration. So yeah, definitely do that. Connect with God, get fed spiritually, because the more fed you are spiritually, the more helpful that's going to be in every other aspect of your life. So don't starve yourself, that's for sure. Feed yourself. Anyway, that's what I see going on for you guys for the month of May. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just through a simple, small emoji. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot too. Feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And so you also know when I'm going live, because whenever I go live, you guys will be notified about that when you hit the notification bell. So yeah, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful to you guys for coming out here, hanging out with me for a little bit today, being so incredibly patient with me as I go through this time of change and crazy ass transition in my own life with moving. I will, of course, keep you updated as much as I possibly can dealing with that and what's happening here. So, yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose this pink, sparkly, glittery Eiffel Tower with gold trim, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what's in store for you for the month of May. Okay. All right, we're going to start off here, you guys, with your good karma card. And basically what a good karma card is it's a good deed. It's a random act of kindness. It's something nice that you can do for someone else, most likely during the month of May. So I like to kick off my monthly prediction reading cards with this card just because it's nice to, do something for somebody else, get out of our own way and think of somebody else for once. So let's see what you guys got. Pick up 5 pieces of litter from the street. Well, that's pretty easy. Yeah, so during the month of May, if you guys are out and about and you see something nasty on the street that shouldn't be there, pick it up, clean up the earth, people don't need to be so lazy is what it comes down to. So yeah, if you have the chance, if there's trash nearby and you see, a piece of garbage that's out there, just pick it up and throw it away, We've only got one Earth here. We've only got one planet that we're living on. We only get one chance to do this thing right and to take good care of it. So let's take good care of it, It's like you wouldn't want somebody to come into your house and just throw their garbage around everywhere. So, we all share the same house here, basically, which is the earth. So let's treat it right. Let's treat it well. Let's give it some love. If somebody else won't do it, then we need to. Okay, I'm grabbing more cards than I wanted to here. All right, so we are going to start off here with the Crystal Unicorn Tarot for you guys. And you have the 6 of Cups, Justice, the High Priestess, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, you guys. And it's so funny because every single group has really revolved a lot around love, I feel, for the month of May. But that doesn't necessarily surprise me because a lot of you guys come here for the love-related type of reading stuff. So if that's what comes through in the monthly predictions, that's what comes through. It's totally cool. Okay. So number 1, we have the 3 of Cups here. So the 3 of Cups could indicate that you guys are dealing in a third-party situation. So it could be you, your person, and somebody else, obviously, that you're dealing with in the month of May. So it could just be confirmation of that. If you're not dealing with a third-party situation, it could be an indication of basically like a third element being between the two of you. It could be physical distance. It could be cultural differences. It could be like certain mind frames that are holding you back. That's kind of been like a disruption between the two of you. It could be addictions, bad behaviors, just something that's like an obstacle, something that's a third thing that just shouldn't be there, that's stopping the flow of things of what it should be. So whatever that third thing is, I feel like it's confirming that for you guys, that's kind of what's been happening, kind of what's been going on here during the month of May. Now, on the flip side, the Three of Cups can also signify a time of celebration, which it could mean that. And I will get into the reason it could mean that as well in just a minute. I got to go over these cards to explain that part of it. So I feel like in the month of May, you guys are going to be the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess basically is very mysterious. She has this way of going within and being highly intuitive. She knows everything that's going on with everybody, but she does not let on that she knows everything that she knows. And it's funny because the way that she knows, it's not like she's a busybody. She doesn't go around getting into everybody's business. She's not nosy and all this other kind of stuff. She knows stuff simply because she's that in tune with her intuition, because she just knows. She just knows that she knows that she knows. And even though she's like that, she doesn't also let on a lot of what's going on in her own life. So people usually don't know what's going on with her, which is what makes her so mysterious. And people are usually trying to figure her out. So I feel like you guys are going to be like this in the month of May, where you're just going to be tapping into that High Priestess, high intuition type of mode, where you're just going to know shit. You're just going to know stuff, and people may be trying to figure you out, but you're definitely not going to let them in on what it is that you know. You're going to be keeping this to yourself, which is a good thing. You're going to be kind of laying low, but it's going to be for the positive. It's going to be a good thing. And I feel like that nostalgia is going to be in the air in the month of May, because the Six of Cups is definitely that nostalgic kind of vibe. It's usually connected to our past. So, if you are dealing with a particular person, you guys could have a lot of past lives with one another. That's usually what the Six of Cups could mean. Or it could also just signify the fact that you guys have a long, significant history. This is someone that you probably have known for a long time. It could be someone that you've known since you were really young, since you were a child, since the Six of Cups can also indicate inner child stuff too. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of nostalgia in the air, and you could be feeling it. Your person could be feeling it. So there could be just a lot of, oh, remember the good old days kind of stuff happening. But I feel like you going within and becoming this High Priestess and tapping into that intuition, it's going to bring about justice. So whatever areas that have been wrong in your life in the month of May, I feel like wrongs are going to be made right. That there's going to be a twist. There's going to be a change. There's going to be new developments that are going to start making things right where they need to be. So, for example, if you guys have been dealing with a third-party situation, I feel like you're going to have justice in that there could be endings dealing with that. If it's not a third party with another person, it could be justice in the terms of mental strongholds breaking down, and certain unhealthy mentalities that shouldn't be there could finally be diminishing and being demolished. Certain addictions and bad behaviors could be broken and that kind of thing. Where there's distance, there could be closeness being brought in where there was once distance before, whether it's physical or emotional. So I feel like that stuff is going to be broken down, which could lead into a time of celebration. Because like I said, the Three of Cups can also indicate a time of celebration. Just looking at this card, these 3 unicorns do look like they're having a good time. They're having a little party. They're raising their cups. They're saying cheers, you know, cheers to the freaking weekend, basically. So I do feel like for you guys, it's almost like this card has a double meaning. If you have started in May with a third party situation of any type, any third element that's been involved, simply by you becoming that high priestess and going within and checking your own intuition and, you know, kind of just laying low, doing you and everything, justice is going to come out of that situation, and it's going to bring about a time of celebration for you and your person. And, you know, it may bring back some of those good old days, some of those good old memories with that person where you guys can kind of revive and relive some of that, but even bigger and even better than what it used to be in the past. Okay, we also have some ice cream oracle cards here for you guys. And you guys have pistachio, emotional healing, independence, and responsibility, which totally makes sense because once again, if you guys are the high priestess in the month of May, that's going to bring you guys a lot of emotional healing. Simply by going within. That emotional healing is going to bring about that justice that you're seeking. So, you know, by being the high priestess, you're taking responsibility for your end of the situation that's going on. So once again, if like the third party has been mental strongholds, for example, maybe it's been bad negative thinking, if you're taking responsibility for your thoughts and healing those things as the high priestess, it's going to bring about that justice. And not only that, but the high priestess in general is someone who's usually very independent. You know, she's not someone who's clingy or needy or anything like that. So I feel like that just kind of reinforces a lot of what's happening here with that high priestess energy. You guys also have bubblegum, memories, nostalgia, and childhood. And I feel like that just reinforces the Six of Cups. I love it when this happens, you guys. 2 completely different decks. One is Oracle, one is Tarot, and they are basically checking each other off as we go through the list here. So yeah, I think that's freaking awesome. So I feel like bubblegum is simply confirming that Six of Cups, that you guys are going to be feeling nostalgic for one another, that you guys are going to be sharing memories of one another, and maybe even reliving some of that, maybe even reliving some of those youthful good times dealing with this person. Like I said, for some of you, you could have known this person since you were much younger. It's probably also going to be healing that inner child. So, you know, once again, I feel like those things just kind of confirm one another, which is pretty cool. And we have cookie dough, building, evolution, and development. So based out of all that, once you guys get to a place where you achieve justice in this situation, it's going to put you in a place to be able to build something new. I feel like you guys have already gone through tower moments where things have crumbled, things have come down, things that have not been stable or steady or secure have just, you know, crashed and burned basically. And I feel like what's coming up in its place in the time of justice, it's going to be a time of building, evolution, development, building something new, building something better, dealing with this person. You know, a new beginning, a time that's going to bring about celebration, basically. So you're going to be building a new, better, more stable, more secure foundation, which is amazing and awesome. We also have some cards here from the Sacred Creators Oracle, and you guys have the Spark of Hustle, the Now, and Raw Intention. So let's start off here with Raw Intention. I feel like this card is basically saying, make sure you're being very conscious of your intentions through the month of May, because the High Priestess here, you know, she is very crystal clear with her intentions. They are very raw. They are very real. So definitely be very crystal clear with your intentions. Set them. Be honest. Be transparent. Be authentic about them, basically. And make sure that your intentions are good, not bad. I feel like that goes without saying, but, never know. It's worth re-emphasizing one more time. The spark of hustle. I feel like that's basically just like confirmation saying like continue in that hustle of working on you and doing you and being you and growing and developing and all that kind of thing, because once again, that's what the high priestess does. Like, I don't really think of the high priestess as like the hustle as in getting out there and being busy basically and being a workaholic, but I do see her as being busy in the hustle of doing the work within. So when I see the spark of hustle, I don't feel like this is a card saying like, oh, get out there and be busy and network and make connections and make money and become a workaholic and all those other kind of things, because we don't really have any of that other kind of stuff coming through in this reading. I feel like this is more about the spark of hustle of your spiritual growth, your spiritual development, the spark of hustle of tapping into that intuition as the high priestess. It's like a big spiritual spurt of growth that's happening for you guys. So I feel like the hustle is going to be big in that. And also in the month of May, remember to stay in the now, stay in the present moment. And this is really tricky and really hard to do for anybody, because as human beings, it's much easier to live in the past or to live in the future. If you find yourself depressed, a lot of the times it's because you're reflecting on unhappy things from the past, and a lot of the times if you find yourself in a place of anxiety, you're focused on the unknown of the future. But if you're in a place of peace, you're not living in the future and you're not living in the past, you're living in the now. And that's hard to do. It is. It's hard. It's tricky to do that. But I feel like you're having this reminder here to stay in the present moment, to stay in the now, during the month of May. I don't know how good you guys are going to do that, because we do have a lot of that nostalgia coming through here with bubblegum and the Six of Cups, which is okay. I think there's obviously a reason why these are here. So there may be a certain element of nostalgia that does need to happen, but I think it's important to not get so overboard with it that you just become consumed with the past. I think this is more about being thankful for the past and learning from the past and, wanting to incorporate the good things from the past into your future, basically. But definitely try to stay in the now as much as you can. The High Priestess definitely would, so you guys probably should too. We also have a few cards here from Amira's Love Oracle, because I like to incorporate a little bit of the love stuff as well for you guys, even though I feel like we already kind of have a lot of love stuff going on. But that's okay, we can bring in some more love stuff. I wasn't expecting there to be so much love for every reading this month, but that's okay, it's a month of love. So you guys have Dark Male. So with Dark Male coming through, I feel like whenever I get these kind of cards where it's like dark male, light male, young female, mature male, whatever descriptor it is, these are usually cards that are just descriptions, kind of like character traits, qualities of people that may be surrounding you involving the situation at hand. So dark male could basically confirm that, maybe you, the viewer, maybe you're a dark male who's watching this, someone who has a darker complexion kind of a thing going on. Or you could be someone who is involved with a dark male, or even if like your person is not a dark male, there could be like a darker male who is somehow connected in your life. It doesn't have to be necessarily love related, even though we do have a lot of love stuff coming through here. It could be a brother, a friend, a father, a coworker. It could be like whoever it is that's meant to be in your life. But I feel like it's different for everybody. It'll resonate for everyone in a different way. But there definitely seems to be a dark male. somewhere in your life here in the month of May. We have spiritual growth. What was I just saying, you guys? The high priestess and staying in the now and all this spiritual growth. Yeah. The month of May is going to be a huge time of spiritual growth for you guys. You guys are going to be having a growth spurt, I guess you could say. So, yeah, it's going to be a huge time of spiritual growth for you guys, but that's going to be a good thing. I feel like by the time you get to the end of May, heading into June, you're going to have like a whole new, brand new version of you. And we also have family. So I feel like family is going to be a big focus and something really important for you guys during the month of May as well. It could be the fact that, you know, maybe you have a family with this person. Maybe you're going to have a family with this person. Maybe you already have a family of your own. And, you know, this is just like another aspect that has to be incorporated to everything else that's going on. So take it as it resonates for you specifically in your situation. But family does seem to be a factor here that's happening as well in the month of May, probably connected to your spiritual growth. I feel like the family card is probably going to be connected to your person as well, because, you know, the idea would be to have your person connected to your family if this is someone that you want to have in your life for the long haul as well. And finally, we have from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. Our last card here is a little word from the Jesus card, and we have faith in God, Mark 11:22. So very simple, very matter of fact, but you know, this is kind of like the baseline for everything, is to have faith, you guys. And, you know, I feel like all the spiritual growth that you're going to be going under, becoming the high priestess, tapping into your own intuition, living in the present moment, you know, doing your emotional healing and that kind of thing. I feel like it's all resulting in ultimately you having faith in God and just trusting that He's got this situation, trusting that He has this third-party situation under control, that He's going to transmute this the way it needs to be, trusting that there's going to be justice in areas of your life where you need it, trusting that your intentions are going to come through exactly as they need to, trusting that you're going to have that nostalgia and those memories with that person come back, and it's going to be even better than it was in the past. And that you're ultimately going to be able to create and build a beautiful future with this person, and that may even involve having a family with that person, or creating one, or bringing them into your family, you being brought into their family, however that looks. But continue to have faith, because faith is the building blocks to that spiritual success that's going to help you live the life that you want to live, to help you live your best life ever. So yeah, that's pretty awesome, you guys. And that's what I see happening for you, Group 4, for the month of May. Hopefully that resonates and makes sense and helps you guys out a little bit. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just with a simple, small emoji. It still goes a long way. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. And also feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And also so you guys do know when I go live, because whenever I go live, you will get the notification for that. And then you guys can join in with me on those lives, and it's always a fun and good time. And yeah. So I just want to thank you guys for coming on out, hanging out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart. It means the world to me. I want to thank you to all the new subscribers and old subscribers, you know, new and old. I want to thank you guys for being so incredibly patient with me during my own crazy time of transition, which I know is going to be continuing into the month of May. But I want to thank you guys for your patience and understanding there. I really appreciate you. You guys are awesome. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.